Hey, Julie here, fitness and nutrition coach. Just wanted to drop by to talk to you about something that's really close to my heart, the subject of bone density, osteoporosis, osteopenia. As we age, our bone density actually decreases. In fact, from the age of about 25, that's your maximum bone density, and then it's downhill all the way. And certainly when you get to menopause, the fact that you have got less estrogen going around your system means that your body is less able to uptake calcium and vitamin D, which is essential for strong bones. And so, we see so many people, so many women over the age of 50, and in fact men too. So 1 in 4 men over the age of 50 will suffer an osteoporotic fracture, and 2 in 5 women over the age of 50 will suffer a fracture of a bone due to osteoporosis. And so it's really almost like an epidemic here in Australia. And obviously, being a menopausal woman in her 50s myself, it's a subject close to my heart. So prevention is always better than cure. And I want you to think about the fact that your bones, your bone stock that you have, literally is made up of what you have eaten for the last 7 to 10 years. Like, let that sink in. That's a pretty crazy thing, right? So what you're doing right now is going to lead you to have the bone stock that you're going to have in like 7 to 10 years. So a lot of people think of their bones as this kind of like rock or stones, like an inert thing, but actually your bones are living, growing. They're always growing. They're always being remodeled by your body. They're always being rebuilt by your body. And so your body's really clever, and it starts to chip away every single day. It's chipping away at old bone stock, at broken bone stock, at suboptimal bone stock, and it will replace where you need to have that replaced. So if you are doing regular exercise and you are kind of stressing those bones, like stimulating those bones, that's where it's going to drive the new bone growth too. So daily exercise is really important for prevention of osteoporosis. So just want to put a little disclaimer in here, guys. If you are currently diagnosed with osteoporosis, then you have to be careful about the types of exercise that you do. So obviously do whatever exercise under the guidance of your own doctor. But if you are like me, menopausal 50-plus-year-old woman who's looking to be as healthy as possible, then certainly there are certain types of exercises that are really beneficial for you. So those are the weight-bearing exercises and the resistance or kind of weightlifting type of exercises. So while we talk about weight bearing, think about this. Did you know that when astronauts have spent some considerable time at zero gravity, when they return back to Earth, their bone density is really very low. It's had a rapid decline, and so gravity obviously is a real big factor in our bone strength. So exercises that mean that you are using your body weight and gravity are the ones that are really going to help your bone stock. So I'm going to demonstrate some of those. And when we hear the word impact, high impact, low impact, don't be afraid of a little bit of impact when you're exercising. You're just vibrating and stimulating your bones for stronger bones down the track. So don't shy away from some of those exercises, unless obviously you have certain bone and joint conditions which mean that you shouldn't be doing those moves. But I'm going to be demonstrating some that we do, rather that I do in my live fitness sessions to actually help that. So let me show you. So starting with jumping jacks, make sure that your knees are nice and bent and you're landing on your soft midfoot, not your flat foot. And make sure you've got some supportive shoes on. You can even take the impact down a little bit, do mummy jacks. especially good if you are a mummy and you have pelvic floor issues. Again, skipping is great, whether you do it with a rope or without a rope. Just getting that little gentle vibration through your bones is super important. High knees is another great one for getting that impact going, just nice and gentle. And, the good old squat, wherever you've got your quads and your glutes working against bone, then that's another signal to your body to send nutrients to your bone stock to improve it and strengthen it. So it's all good. And you can even do a little bit of a jump squat in that, just to really take it up to the next level. Getting down on the ground now for the good old push-up on your knees or full on your feet, whichever is best for you. Again, great conditioner for your arms, shoulders, chest and back, which are often difficult to target when you're doing the other exercises I've shown you. And then, showing you here the plank, either high arms or down on the lower plank. Really great for your core, but arms and shoulders, back as well. And the lunge is just such a great move again, where you've got those muscles acting against your bones is where you're really going to strengthen those bones. So make sure that your knee doesn't go over your front toes, and get as low as you can, depending on whether you've got knee issues or anything like that. And I'm going to finish with one of my favorites, is the jump and shuffle back. This is a great little move. It's great for cardio as well, but it's really good little bone vibrator. Again, landing on your soft midfoot and not your flat foot. Try this one out. It's great. Fantastic. Okay, so really hope that you got something out of those exercises. Real simple moves. Join in a lot of my live workouts, either face-to-face or online, where I really focus in on those type of exercises, and with a view to helping you be flexible and strong and safe as you get older. Now, remember at the beginning of this video I spoke about the fact that your bones are literally living tissue that is constantly being remodeled. Well, think of it like everyone thinks that your bones is literally like a lump of lava or stone or something. It's not. It's a protein matrix. And in that matrix are your minerals, which gives it strength. So the protein matrix gives it the flexibility, and the minerals give your bones the strength. So your bones are literally made up of whatever you've eaten for the last 7 to 10 years. So think about the building blocks that you're putting in there. You need good lean proteins each and every day. And let's talk about minerals as well. The calcium, the magnesium. You also need vitamin D from the sunshine and from your foods in order to help the delivery of those minerals to your bones. Now, for a lot of us, we're living busy lives where you're not totally sure often of the vitamin and mineral levels in the supposedly fresh fruit and vegetables that we're eating and foods that we're eating. So I personally choose to use a supplement for my bone health, because I don't want to be one of those statistics. And when I worked as a registered nurse, I worked in orthopedics and saw all the hip fractures of the older ladies. And, I've worked in rehab hospitals where I've seen, frail elderly people who have spontaneous fractures, fractures that aren't as a result of a trip and fall. And by the way, those are a lot as well, but there's the spontaneous fractures as well that are so common with people with osteoporosis. So I don't want to be one of those statistics. So I actually use a daily supplement called Extra Cal. It's got calcium, magnesium, vitamin D for that delivery, plus some herbs in there, and other minerals such as copper, zinc, that kind of thing, which are important for bone stock. And if you're interested in that, feel free to reach out to me and discuss that. It's a real low cost supplement, and I love it because it just helps in so many other ways, in so many other areas of my life as well. A lot of those minerals are so important for other body parts as well. And I'll also put a little bit of a link in the bio of this video to that supplement, so reach out if you've got any questions. That's awesome. And meanwhile, really plug into some of the fitness sessions I do. My focus is all of that flexibility, balance, strength that we need as we get older. So have an awesome day. I look forward to speaking to you very soon.